Alright, so I think I did a little teaser for this back in October or November. Couldn't remember if it was October or November, but yeah, the video's long overdue regardless. I was waiting on a few more pieces to arrive, which is why I hadn't done the video yet. So yeah, just wanted to wait for those to get in before I did it, so I had everything all set up just the way I wanted it to. But nevertheless, here is the collection update. So we're gonna start over here with my two of my new Ones Customs figures. Over here we have the Part 1 Freddy. This is a full figure by Ones Customs. It has the long arm extension so I can display him if I wanted to with the long arms like he was doing in the alley in the first movie. I prefer him like this, just the standard look. It just, I don't know, to me that's more iconic. But yeah, love the long arm look, but yeah, just have him displayed like this. Plus I can fit another figure next to him if I do it this way. So take a look at the detail on the Freddy. The paint application on this is phenomenal. By One's absolutely killed it on this. Sculpting of the hat, the weathering on the sweater. The clothing is amazing on this. Really, really good. You got a little miniature VHS from the movie. That's pretty cool. The glove hand over here, the glove is sculpted to perfection. Paint application is very nice on that as well. One's absolutely killed it on this. Been wanting a Part 1 Freddy in my collection for a while, and I think, yeah, he definitely delivered on this. So, yeah, I'm going to look at that from the bottom up. Weathering on the boots. Overall, just an epic figure. Love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I got to say that, and Part 4 are my favorite, honestly. I love Part 3 as well. I never want to push Part 3 as their favorite sequel, but I kind of like Part 4 better. I don't know why. It's just one I was more partial to when watching him growing up. So, yeah, there's the Part 1 Freddy. And over here, we have another full figure by Ones. This is a full Captain Spalding figure. Really great work on this as well. He sculpted the boots, the clown shoes, I mean. Did a great job on those. Detail on the pants, very well done. He even added the bag that the chicken comes in. It's real. That's really good detail there. He even threw in some sculpted chicken legs. So, yeah, deep fried chicken legs right there for him to hold in his hand. Really good detail there. The weathering on the shirt is phenomenal. It does say the line on the back of the shirt. I can turn them around in just a second. Let's take a look at the sculpt. The sculpt on this is phenomenal. One's absolutely killed this. The paint application, the hair work, just amazing on this. The body proportions are very accurate to Sid Haig in the film. And yeah, overall, just an epic piece. He does have the tattoos on both arms that One's painted on. The hate on this hand, and yeah. Look at the back of the shirt. As I said, the quote that was on the shirt in the movie is on here. I'll look at that. Great detail there. Absolutely amazing. Very good attention to detail. Turn it one more time to this side. You can see the other tattoo. Got the Duke on his arm. And then the love on this hand. Tattooed on the knuckles. Alright. And so yeah, that is my Captain Spalding figure by Ones Customs. Really, really good. Very happy to have it. He even sculpted a gut onto the body, so it's the figure's actually got some serious weight to it. I'm actually really surprised by that, but it had some serious weight to it. Pretty heavy. Very well put together. Both these figures are just amazing. Very happy to have them. Great additions to the collection. And then, yeah, that's the Part 1 Freddy and Captain Spalding. Moving on down, we have the Part 4 Jason figure from Friday the final chapter, Part 4 of the final chapter. And, yeah, this is an amazing piece. Full figure, once again, by Ones Customs. Diorama is by Paul Manzio for Distress Labs. He absolutely killed this. Got a little extra mask down here. Also by Ones Customs. Paul absolutely killed it on this diorama. It's very well detailed. It's supposed to be the house where he's looking out the window. You can pose him where he's looking out the window, like in the movie when Trish fell out the window, when he kind of looked down to see where she fell, kind of thing. But I kind of like him this way. I can display him back there, but I kind of prefer this kind of pose. But yeah, the weathering on this diorama is outstanding. Paul absolutely killed it. The glass shards. Even got some more down here. Hard to see, but they're there. Got the balcony. Amazing, amazing work. And the figure itself. Look at the weathering on the boots. Really good. Got the real laces on there. The weathering on the pants. Absolutely phenomenal. The sculpting on the hands. If you look at that, just very screen accurate. You got the dirty long nails and everything. Just great attention to detail. Got him holding the machete. The proportions on this are spot on to the film, though they have that wet look to them. Very, very cool. Very great detail. Yeah, just an amazing, amazing setup. Absolutely love this. One's absolutely killed this figure, and this diorama really adds to it. So shout out to Paul and Ones on this one. And I will take off the mask for you to see what he looks like. Get it off real quick. Look at that. Face only a mother can love. That thing is absolutely incredible. Yeah, really good job on that. Great hand application by Ones. Very screen accurate look. Overall, just an epic, epic piece. Very well put together, as I said. And this thing is just a beast. And really, when you're looking at the details, this figure really stands out. I'm gonna look at the hockey mask down here. Weathered, very accurate. And let's see. Yeah, that's just an amazing figure. Yeah. Look at the sculpt one more time. Just really well done. All right, that's my part 4 Jason figure by One's Customs, diorama by Paul Manzi, over at Distress Labs. Hit him up if you're interested in dials like this throughout the video, because he did quite a few of my dials in this, actually all of them. So yeah, check him and Ones out. They do amazing work. Moving on down, we have another full figure by One's Customs. This is a brand new H6 figure, Michael Myers from Curse from Halloween 6. Once again, diorama is by Paul Manzi over Distress Labs. Kind of got the Asylum look wherein he was at the end, from the end of the film. Amazing detail. Got the pumpkin right here. The pumpkin's just from Tots, but it adds a nice little look. Down here at the ground, the dial has amazing detail. Got a little shank over there. Piece of paper says "Help me." There's some debris. The railing is really cool. It feels like the texture of real metal. It's really cool. They have the maximum security on the back. Paul absolutely killed this dial. This thing is amazing. Great shelf presence as well. Yeah, just a great setup. And the Dr. Loomis over there is just an older figure by Dark Artists. I've had that for a while, but I just figured it fit with this particular figure, just because same type of look he had in part 4 as 4 through 6. So it fit with this. And over here, we have the figure. The weathered boots, the sculpting on the hands, the burned look by Ones. Amazing paint application on that. Really well done. The coveralls are just phenomenal. The blood work, the tattering, just the weathering in general is just outstanding on this. Ones really killed this, sorry. Paul and Ones did a lot of work on this. I kind of messed it up there. But yeah, Ones did the figure, and it is absolutely incredible. You're going to hear me mention these two artists quite a bit in this video. The sculpt by Ones is absolutely incredible. This is his newer sculpt that he did, and I think this is the best H6 sculpt that he has done. Yeah, amazing work by Ones on this. The paint application, just the overall build of the figure is awesome. Very heavy piece. Figure's got some serious weight to it. I got a custom fat suit and everything. Really, really cool. Anyways, that is my Halloween 6 Michael Myers figure. One more look over here. Just an amazing, amazing piece. Absolutely love this one. moving on down, we have another full figure by Once Customs. The base over here is going to be by Paul Manzio for Stress Labs. Amazing work on that. Got a dirty rag over here on the railing. Chain over here. The paintwork on the base is incredible. Really well done. Very simple, but adds a lot to the piece. I have them on this stand as well just because I don't want them to fall over or break one of the blades on the gloves. The only thing I wish about this base is it had a cross grabber, but that's okay that it doesn't, because I'm okay displaying it like this. And then you have the figure. This is the 2010 Remake Freddy figure. Freddy Krueger from, Once Customs. Look over here, we got the boots. Weathered to perfection, same with the pants. The sculpted glove hand on this is phenomenal. Very screen accurate. The glove looks a little different in that film compared to the other films. And I think Once absolutely captured it perfectly. Got the weathering on the hands. Weathering on the shirt. All the tatters and like burns in all the right places. Epic work by Once. And the sculpt. Sculpt on this is phenomenal. This is one of his newer 2010 Freddys. So I'm very happy to have gotten it. This is one of his newer ones, like I said. So the detail is awesome on this. Just an amazing, amazing figure. Yeah, look at that. The paintwork, let me see if I can take the hat off real quick. Hold on. Look at that. The paintwork on the head is phenomenal. Just incredible on this. The sculpt is amazing. Paintwork is, I mean, you can't beat it. Once does a killer job on the paintwork, and just the overall build of these figures. He knows what he's doing, and I would highly recommend his work to anyone. Check that out. Another great setup by Paul and Once, and yeah, that is the 2010 Freddy Krueger figure that I have in my collection now. Once again, very happy to have it. You'll notice in this video that almost everything in here is brand new. I got rid of a lot of figures and got all new stuff. So there's only a couple that are, like maybe one or two that are the same that were in here before. So yeah, we're going to move on now. Going on up. And this is going to be the fun one. This is a big one right here. We got a concept Halloween 3 Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is supposed to be a what if, as if Rob Zombie directed a third part to his films. So show the evolution of Myers after part 2. So this is a full concept. This is supposed to be him from Halloween 3, even though it never happened. So once again, the concept, I think Once absolutely killed this. This is a full figure by Once Customs. Got a one-off head sculpt on it. Look at that detail. That is amazing. Got the beard coming through the mask, just a little more decayed than it was in Halloween 2. And I think this is pretty accurate to what he would look like if they did a third film. So I think Once, for doing his own interpretation, did an amazing job. Look at that. The real hair. The hair work coming through here is amazing. Paint application. The matted hair on the mask. All of this, like the custom vest. Got the pull strings on there. Yeah, we got a real metal knife. This is by Chris Yeast, who used to be with Distress Labs, but is now did the weapons for Distress Labs at least, and no longer in the hobby. But I kept this knife because it fits well with the figure. Absolutely incredible there. On here we got the boots. The weathering on the coveralls are just phenomenal on this. I think honestly, Once killed this thing. This is a one-off piece, and I think that Once did an amazing job, and I'm very, very happy to own this. I love the Rob Zombie Halloween films, and always wanted a good hobo, and I think this really, really fits the part. So look at the detail on that, the weathering, the paintwork, absolutely incredible. And we got an unmasked head from Halloween 2, the unmasked hobo. Amazing work on that, great detail. This is one of his newer sculpts he did of this as well. Amazing detail on that. Once does like amazing job on the hobos. And down here we got a metal chain. Just that kind of like add a little extra detail. And the diorama, once again, is by Paul Manzio over at Distress Labs. So we got a pumpkin over here in the corner. Some leaves laying around. And fence with the lights on it. Kind of referencing like if when he was walking down the street and he runs into that kid, says, "Are you a giant?" Kind of reference to that kind of area that he was walking through with the lights going on there. We got the wall in the background, got the thorn symbol, says die. I know the thorn symbol wasn't associated with Rob Zombie's Halloween, but just a fun little Easter egg that Paul threw in there. And obviously it says die because the end of the film is the first time you hear Myers talk. A lot of people didn't like that part, but I didn't mind it. I mean, it didn't bother me any. Up here, got the DL for Distress Labs, Killer, a little grate down there. Just an amazing, amazing setup. The weathering on this diorama is phenomenal. Paul, once again, knocked this out of the park. Yeah, this is an amazing figure. Beast on the shelf. It is tall, it is big, and it is heavy. This thing is incredible. Very happy to have it. As a fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween, I mean, I love those movies. They're probably... Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is probably in my top 3 Halloween films. I know that's crazy to say. A lot of people would disagree, but I have fun with that one. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, once again, the figure is fully done by One's Customs. Knife by Chris East, and diorama by Paul Manzi. Epic work on this. All right, moving on down. We have another big hitter right here. We have the Part 3 Jason figure. This is a full setup. This is a prototype figure by One's Customs. It is a prototype, and yeah, this is one of his newest ones. And this thing is just incredible. I got some extra head sculpts down here. Extra hands over there as well. The head sculpts are on some NECA headstands, but they work. They hold the heads up. So they work for these figures. If you're ever looking for headstands that kind of hold the head sculpts, for the One's Customs heads, the NECA headstands actually fit in the head sculpt perfectly and hold it up. So if you're looking for some cheaper ones, but yeah, the head sculpts on these by Ones, absolutely phenomenal. The hockey mask is amazing. More clean on this one. You'll notice the one on the head sculpt up here is going to be more weathered, but down here, this one's a little more clean. Got the unmasked head right there. Harpoon gun over there. A 1/6 scale pitchfork with a wood handle and metal forks on it. Got a real metal chain. And over here, we have a bust with a more battle damage head from when he got hit in the head with the axe. More dream sequence, I guess you could say, look from the end of the film when he takes the mask off and you see the bloody sculpt. The bloody face, I should say. So when he gets hit in the head with the axe, this is the kind of look you're going for. So it did come with this, but this one came with a bust, which is really amazing. Great detail on that. Got a real fabric collar. Really good on that. And yeah, that is... Let me show you this real quick. Take that off. So this is what it looks like underneath the mask. The detail on this is phenomenal. The blood work is amazing. Once again, it's that dream sequence scene at the end of the film. Yeah. Amazing detail on that. The hockey mask. Got a hat, got an axe over there all bloodied up. The diorama for this is made by Paul Manzi, and he killed this thing. Absolutely incredible. I think this is the only one he's done like this, so this is amazing, amazing detail. If you look over here, we got some wood boards back there that are real wood, and you got some small bales of hay. Over here, you got some, let me see if I can see it real quick. You look back there, you got some tires over there. They're hard to see, but there's some tires back there, hidden back there with some extra hay on the ground. Very heavy diorama. Paul killed this thing. You got the window in the back. And you can't see it, but on the top up there, or where the ladder goes to, there's actually paintwork up there and detail in mud and hay stuck to the top as if it was the second part of the second story of the barn. So Paul did not miss a detail on this. It's absolutely amazing. And as for this figure, this thing's a beast. This is full figure by One's Customs. As I said, it's a prototype he did recently. Got the boots all weathered to perfection with the real laces. The weathering on this is phenomenal. The clothing, the hands are weathered perfectly. Now, this one, you'll notice in Friday the 13th Part 3 that he had the his traps were freaking huge. And he was very bulky in that one. Well, underneath the clothing on here, you can't see it, but like on here and stuff like that, it's all sculpted underneath. Like one sculpted the traps, he sculpted everything under here to give it that accurate look. So it's not just like the head sculpt's on a random body. It's completely sculpted under there. And Ones did an amazing job on that. The weathering on this mask is a little more beat up, a little more scratched. Amazing work on that. Overall, just an amazing figure. This thing is massive and really cool to look at on the shelf when you look at the details. Look at that. Amazing, amazing detail. Incredible. Now I'm going to take the mask off this one too, because this has another sculpt. So if you look under here, we have the Stan Winston sculpt. This is the sculpt that was used in the film briefly before they switched it to this one. This is the Stan Winston look, Stan Winston design. And it is absolutely incredible, really menacing on the figure. The detail on that is amazing. Look at that. Great work by Ones. Absolutely love this setup. Lots of options for the heads and stuff like that. And yeah, very happy to have it. This is my Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason figure. And yeah, moving on down. So down here, we have a Part 3 Freddy Krueger figure. This is a figure made by Ones Customs and Creations. David Tucker over Creations. So David Tucker did the body on this, the weathering on the pants. The glove I have on it is a Sideshow glove that has been repainted by Paul Manzi. And yeah, so that's what I got on there. Paul really made the details on it pop a little bit more. It was a good sculpt, but it needed a different paint application. I think Paul absolutely killed that. If you want to look at that, and more detail added. David did an amazing job on the sweater. Really, really good. Weathered to perfection. Just real nasty and grimy looking. And the head sculpt. The head sculpt is by Ones Customs. And the detail on this thing is phenomenal. Ones absolutely killed this. Look at that. That is Robert Englund from Part 3 as Freddy Krueger. This is the best representation I've seen in a sculpt for Part 3, and I think Ones nailed it. That's incredible. And over here, we have the diorama, which is also by Paul Manzi. Once again, as I said, he did almost all the dials in this video, so you're going to be hearing his name quite a bit. We got an Elm Street sign over here. The hat for the figure, which is also done by David Tucker. Got some beer cans and 7-Up can over there. And trash can all full of, like, just a bunch of shit, trash, I guess you could say. Not much to go over there. The weathering on the trash can is phenomenal. Great look to that. The debris in the background. Got a real wood pallet back there. The pallet is really good detail on it. I don't know how Paul does that, but he makes these 1/6 scale pallets that are actual wood. I work at Home Depot, and I'm not going to lie, that's pretty damn accurate to what they look like, so very impressive. The rest of this is like a wall. This is supposed to represent the scene where he's going to kill Tara in the alleyway. So it's kind of like supposed to represent that look. Got some fans back there. Now, I'm not going to show you this because I don't have it set up right now, but the fans over there that you see on the back of the diorama, the little fans right over there, they actually spin. He set it up so if you turn on the switch, you can't see it in the video anyways, that's why I'm not doing it, but they turn on and they actually go. They actually work. They're functioning fans. So Paul did an amazing job on that. Got a trash bag up there. The weathering on this wall is phenomenal. You got and that really looks like a real just dock door, like a door that you would do shipments on and stuff like that. It looks, I don't know how to describe it. Just the wall, it's amazing. It's just, the detail on the metal is phenomenal. Going blank on what to call that right now, but yeah, that's a great detail there. Almost like a loading dock kind of situation where the truck would pull up to. Yeah, really, really cool detail on this. The figure is amazing. Got some photos down here of Freddy. They're from Part 4, but you know what? They're still cool details to have. Overall, this figure is absolutely amazing, and I think it really sets a good scene for the collection. Absolutely amazing work from David on the body and Ones on the head sculpt, and this diorama really is on point, so shout out to Paul as well. Moving on down here, we have the Halloween 4. This is Halloween 4. Bandage Myers. This is supposed to represent the scene in the gas station where he impales the mechanic with the metal pole right here and takes his jumpsuit. So this thing is absolutely incredible. We got the gas station stuff in the background. This is only a half diorama. That's why it's so narrow, but it really works. Got a wire coming through up there with a metal chain on it. Pennies. Very accurate to the film. And over here, we got, if you look back here, we got a gas can on top of a oil drum. We got some cleaning products down there. Yeah, just amazing detail. This diorama is by Paul Manzi, once again. Amazing work. Very simple, but really sets the scene. And then down here, we have on the front, we got the metal, we got the poles right here going up. Look at that. Down here, we got a beer can, some wood. This figure is on a Fison body. It is heavy as hell. This is one of the heaviest figures I have. It's seamless. There's no joints or anything showing. It's like a latex body over a metal frame. So it is heavy. If you look down here, we got the barefoot. He stands on his own very easily because of how heavy he is. I love the seamless look. The burns in the arm. This figure is actually done by Paul Manzi. So the head sculpt is One's Customs, of course. Great detail on that. The bandages, the blood work. It's real bandages on it, which is amazing detail. It's not sculpted. It's real bandages on it. Great work there. And the apron is I don't remember if Paul or Ones did the apron. However, the apron was 100% weathered by Paul Manzi. Paul Manzi also did the all the weathering on the arms, the burns, and all that stuff. This whole figure was assembled and put together by Paul. Absolutely incredible. Short of the head sculpt, it's all done by Paul. Absolutely amazing work by him. Amazing, amazing detail. And this thing is, like I said, it's a heavy piece. And on here you have a real metal pole, metal rod or whatever you want to call it, that he killed the mechanic with. This thing is absolutely incredible. And a very unique piece because not so many people have a figure of the Bandage Myers from Halloween 4, but I'm very happy to have it. Paul killed it on this figure. I mean, even the weathering down to the legs, the burns on him and everything. Amazing, amazing work. He also did the dial, as I said, and he did amazing detail. I mean, look at that. He's got a pack of cigarettes up there. He's got empty cleaning chemical cans, gas cans. I mean, Paul did not miss a detail on this, and yeah, he absolutely killed the setup. And shout out to Ones on the head as well. Amazing, amazing detail. Very unique. And yeah, it's by Halloween 4, Bandage Myers by Paul Manzi. And yeah, epic work. Moving on up. Over here, we have another heavy hitter. This is my One's Customs Part 8 Jason. This is a full figure by One's Customs. Amazing detail on that. I mean, the build on this is absolutely phenomenal. We're going to start over here, though. We got an extra head unmasked on a head sculpt stand by Paul. And another great work there. Over here, we got some extra hockey masks by Ones. A bust. This is a prototype bust, which is why the ball joint is not in it. And over here, we got a sculpted Julius head by One's Customs. Great detail there. Love that. Look at that. You got the great detail on that. Very good likeness to the actor who played Julius. Then over here, we have a syringe and Hockey League poster. This base, this diorama, is also by Paul Manzi. And he did a killer job on this as well. Very simple, but really sets the scene perfectly. Got the Danger Keep Out sign on a real metal fence back there. That is amazing detail. Got another one of those 1/6 scale wood pallets. This one's a little more wet looking. Got the wet alleyway concrete floor look to it. Got the sewer right there. Amazing detail on that. Got the electric 1/6 scale electric guitar that he killed JJ with. Got a fire axe right there. Some real I got some real cardboard boxes in 1/6 scale form. Some spray paint on them. And you can't see that, but that piece of cardboard right there, if you look at it real closely, it says Trojan on it. That is a 1/6 scale replica condom box. Great detail there. Like I said, Paul does not miss a detail. I mean, the things he thinks of to make it look accurate is incredible. Got a 1/6 scale trash bag, got a hole over there in the fence. Now let's go over this figure. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's a beast. You go down here, we have the shoes, the boots, all weathered to perfection. I mean, got the real lace on this. The laces are all messed up and nasty looking. Got the tears in all the right places. Got the kneecap coming through right there. This is all sculpted underneath this too, so one did not miss a detail on this. The weathering on it is phenomenal. Got that real wet, slimy look like he had in the film. Sculpted decaying skin and moss coming through the torso here. The detail on the arms, the exposed arms right here, all rotted and just all fucked up and shit. Really, really cool detail. Yeah, I don't have him holding a weapon, he didn't come with hands to hold a weapon, which I'm totally fine with. Because in this movie, he was intimidating just the way he was without a weapon. I mean, he can just stand there doing that Kane Hodder pose and doing the breathing thing that he does, and that was intimidating enough. Great detail on this. As I said, the weathering is phenomenal. All the slime and stuff is in all the right places. One's absolutely killed this thing. I wanted one of these for a while, so I'm very, very happy to finally have one. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, this thing is incredible. One more time from the bottom. And, yeah. That is my Friday the 13th Part 8 Jason figure by One's Customs and Diorama by Paul Manzi over at the Stress Labs. Moving on down. Got a couple more figures right here. We have the Freddy vs. Jason setup. So this is a setup by, so the bodies and stuff are done by David Tucker over ceecreations. The head sculpts are by One's Customs. And the bases are by Paul Manzi. So, if you go over here, start with this one, start with the Freddy. The flames on this base are light up. They actually do light up, which is absolutely incredible. You got a little wood dock situation. You got the ladder going on onto the dock like it's coming out of the water. Yeah, this figure is absolutely phenomenal. Got the sculpted hand over there. David absolutely killed the clothing on this. Very accurate to the film. Very accurate build of the body. The weathering is phenomenal. The glove on this is very accurate to the film. The blades on his glove in the film were a little longer in this one, and the coloring on the leather part of the glove was a little lighter. So I think this captured it perfectly. Ones did the glove on this as well, so absolutely phenomenal. I believe he did the glove on this. Yeah, he did. So the glove on this is by Ones, and the head sculpt as well, and so was the hat. If you look at the head sculpt on this thing is amazing. This just screams Freddy vs. Jason. One's absolutely killed. This is a paint application. The attention to the detail is just, it can't be beat. You got the sculpted hat by Ones. Overall, just an epic piece. Yeah. Look at that. That is the Freddy from Freddy vs. Jason. Then we're going to move over to his counterpart over here. We have the Jason from Freddy vs. Jason. This thing is, as you can see, a lot taller than the Freddy. This thing's probably about 13 inches tall. It is massive. The base on this is a little different. Got the mud floor. It's supposed to be where the rods came down when Freddy knocked down the steel rods. They started impaling Jason and stuff like that. So they're sticking out of the ground over here. The rebar is the proper term. And you got the wood background back there. Really good detail. I'm not sure who did the Freddy in that he's holding in his hand, the Freddy sculpt, but whoever did it did an amazing job. And yeah, that's incredible. David did this whole body. The boots are amazingly weathered. The clothing on this is spot on. I mean, the blood work, the weathering, the tattering, everything is as it should be. And it's a beast. This thing is massive. I mean, this figure is really bulky compared to some of the other Jasons in my collection. This thing's amazing. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail. This just screams. I mean, this is probably the best interpretation I've seen of a Freddy vs. Jason figure in 1/6 scale form. I mean, this is the only place I ever think of that tried it was Sideshow, and they did it. They did a terrible job. That's all I'm gonna say. So, shout out to David and Ones for this, because Ones did the head sculpt on this, and that hockey mask is phenomenal. The head sculpt is amazing underneath. I'm not gonna take it off just because it's a little tricky to get off, but overall, amazing piece. So the head sculpts on these, once again, are by Ones Customs. The glove on the Freddy is by Ones Customs. And the bodies on both of these are by David Tucker over at ceecreations, and the dials are by Paul. Huge shout out to all three of these artists. They absolutely killed this, and it's an amazing setup, and I'm very happy to have both parts to this set. And yeah, moving on down, we have a Roy Burns figure on a half-shelf dial. Down here, we got the flare that he was holding. And then we got the kind of like the scene at the end where he's in the barn kind of setting. Got a tire back here, 1/6 scale tire. Got a bale of hay. That's real hay, by the way. It's not sculpted or anything. Yeah, I got a little chain bundled up there. I got the wood background back there. If you look back here, there's some wood boards. It's kind of like three-dimensional. There's this part right here that's there, and there's a part in the middle, and there's a piece behind it as well. So the detail just keeps going on this. Got some wood boards back there. Overall, amazing diorama. Once again by Paul Manzi, and yeah, epic work by him. And the figure right here, once again, a full figure by Ones Customs himself. Got a machete also by Ones. Amazing blood work on that. Amazing detail on the hands. Down here we got the boots. Weathered very nicely. The outfit on this is very well tailored. Very well detailed. Just an amazing setup. The build is very spot on. Ones did an amazing job on the hockey mask on this. Absolutely incredible. Sorry, I got that glare out of the way. Amazing work on that hockey mask. Very accurate to the film. Overall, an amazing piece. I absolutely love this. Yeah. Love part 5. I know Jason wasn't the killer. Some people might have a problem with that, but I actually like Roy as a killer. It was pretty unique, and for them to do that in the middle of the franchise. But yeah, it's an amazing piece, and I'm very happy to have this. Love Roy as a character, and Friday the 13th is my favorite franchise, so gonna have a lot of Friday the 13th pieces in here. All right, and I'm gonna take the mask off him right now. Look at the mask down here one more time. Amazing detail on that mask by Ones. And the mask, sorry, I can't speak right now. Unmasked sculpt. Wow. Yeah, very screen accurate. Roy Burns sculpt. The hair right here is actually real hair. It is not sculpted. And the detail on this is phenomenal. Got a little, yeah, just amazing detail. Ones did not miss a beat on this. Absolutely love it. Great setup. And yeah. And down here, we got something pretty unique. I actually just got this the other day. This is a 1/6 scale, 10-inch. It's a 10-inch Chucky replica from NECA. So they did the life-size ones that were very screen accurate from Bride of Chucky. And they did a 1/6 scale version as well. It's 10 inches tall. Got the real clothing down here on the outfit. The shoelaces are sculpted, but everything else is real clothing. The hair is sculpted as well. Comes in a 1/6 scale box over here. Amazing detail. This particular piece by NECA was only released in the U.S. It was a U.S. exclusive, so you cannot get it overseas. So not a lot of people knew this was coming out, but I was very happy to get it. The detail on it is phenomenal, and there aren't too many people that do a really good, like Chucky from Brad Chucky in 1/6 scale form, or 1/6 scale Chucky in general. So this is really, really good. I got another one in the box over there. I had to get 2. And for the price, you can't beat it. This is only like, I think like $70 before shipping. So well worth it. And yeah, if you want a 1/6 scale Chucky in your collection, this might be your best option. But the detail on it is pretty good. I mean, for a mass-produced piece, I was pretty impressed by this. Yeah, not much else to say about it, but that's my NECA 1/6 scale Chucky, and we're gonna move on up. Okay, so here's a fun one. We got 2 New Blood Jasons by Ones Customs, full figures by Ones. We're gonna start down here. We got 2 busts with exposed masks for each one. These are sculpted with real clothing. The head sculpts got the real metal chains. The split mask on both of these, amazing detail. Both of these are from different years. This is a 2020 over here. This is 2020 New Blood, and this is a one from 2019. So there is a difference between them, slightly. Detail on those sculpts is amazing. Got the little screaming part for one of the masks split in the movie. You did that open mouth kind of silent scream look. Really good detail there. We got the masks down here. We got quite a few of them. Got the these are all hockey masks by Ones Customs. You'll notice each one's a little different. But with these particular figures, I like to display them without the hockey mask because the unmasked sculpt is just too damn good. So this is a full base by Ones. And we're going to start with this one. This is the 2019 version that he did. Amazing work on this. Once again, real metal chain. The body is fully sculpted by Ones. All the bones and stuff are casted. This is a full from head to toe custom figure by Ones. Everything is done by him on this figure. I've got the machete over here. Got the bones coming through on the hands. Amazing detail on this. Ones really killed it on this. I mean, his New Bloods are like they're game changers for the hobby. You can't beat them, honestly. Get the wet look, the sculpting of the bones and everything, the casted bones, the muscle tissue coming off of them. Look at that. Amazing detail. Got the kneecaps coming through, the shin bones. Everything's coming through here. The tattering, the weathering is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. If you look over here, you can kind of see it, but there's some nails like over here, like right there. Right there. There's some nails sticking out of it from like in the end of the movie where those are real metal nails where Tina used her powers, had the nails fly at him at the end of the movie in the basement of the house. So yeah, and look at that sculpt. Absolutely, I mean that's pretty damn impressive. One's knocked that out of the park. There's no other way to say that. Not much to say, but amazing. All right, that is the 2019 New Blood. And moving on to the 2021. This is kind of a his own interpretation. It's not like this one he went a little more crazy on, I guess you could say. The build on this is bulkier than this one, with the 2019, and this one is also taller. If you look over here, this one's got a little bit of height to it. I mean, this one's probably 12 inches. This is about 13. And this one is, I mean, it's very rare that I've seen him do a New Blood on a taller body, so this is incredible. The boots down here all weathered. Absolutely amazing. Got the bones coming through. Just like the other one. This one's a little different on the bones coming through the hand. The ribs coming through, the real metal chain. This one's a little more rusted than that one was. Overall, epic piece. Got the mask right there. The unmasked sculpt. The unmasked sculpt on this is absolutely incredible too. Now, on this particular piece, this was a full figure by Ones. But Paul Manzi actually kind of rehauled it for me, did a little more weathering to it and everything like that, and I think it added a little bit of detail. He didn't change anything on it other than add a bunch of weathering to it. I think it added a little more wet look to it, and I think it absolutely makes it pop a little bit more. But both these figures are by Ones Customs, and I absolutely love them. He does an amazing job, and yeah. Let me see if I can turn this around real quick. 1 second. Let's turn it around. So I can show you the spine. Slowly. Don't want to knock it down. Yeah, so if you look at that, both these figures have sculpted spines on the back. Amazing detail. This is incredible. One's did an amazing job on this. Look at that. Both of them are like this. One's does an amazing job on these New Bloods. If you want a good replica New Blood in 1/6 scale form, hit up Ones. No question about it. Hit him up. He will, I mean, it'll really change your collection. They're that good. All right, moving on down. Down here we have a Rob Zombie Halloween setup. We have an RZH1 over here in the Myers house kind of setting for the diorama. We have some head sculpts down here, both by One's Customs. Diorama on this is by Paul Manzi over at Distress Labs, and the reason I keep mentioning Distress Labs parts is because if you want to hit him up if you want one of these, and can't recommend his work enough. Down here we got a actual photo. Can't really see it, but it's a replica photo of young Myers and Boo from the film. And we have the Myers house setting back here with the real wood planks on the window. There's a real good setting at the rotted hole in the wall. This figure is by David Tucker. The body, at least. The body on this is by David Tucker. This is on a basketball body to make him taller and more accurate, like in the film. Look at the weathering on that. Amazing. Absolutely killed it. Incredible. I mean, David did not miss a beat on this. This is very accurate. This is one of my favorite pieces he's done Myers-wise for me. And over here we have the sculpt by One's Custom. This is a fully sculpted. I mean, when I say fully sculpted, I mean the hair is sculpted on this too. One's doesn't normally do sculpted hair, but it is sculpted, and it is absolutely incredible. Amazing work. I mean, it's very rare to find One's Myers sculpt like this with sculpted hair. So I'm very happy to have gotten it like that because it's adds a very unique touch to the figure. And over here we have a Escape Myers. This is a more this is a more bloodied version of it. Most people have them with the chains and stuff, but I have them like this, all bloodied up and everything like that. The diorama is by Paul once again. Amazing work. I got the masks over there hanging in the back all the way down. And if you look back there, we got an art table. Some paint, you can't really see it, but it's there. And yeah, I got some newspaper stacked over there at the bottom. This figure is a full figure by Paul Manzi, and he absolutely killed this. He did the weathering on the shoes. He assembled this whole thing. He did all this. The robe and the mask are by Ones. So the pumpkin mask and the robe are by Ones, but all the weathering and everything else on this figure is by Paul. So the sculpt, mask, and robe are by Ones, but every other detail you see on this is by Paul Manzi. And he absolutely killed this. This thing is incredible. Very well put together figure. I absolutely love this thing. It is amazing. Look at that. So that's the Escape Myers and the RZH1 Myers figure. Can't say enough good things about these. Moving on down. We have the Ghostface setup. This is kind of a concept diorama for Ghostface. It's like Ghostface Society kind of thing is what Paul called it. Dioramas by Paul Manzi. And we have a sculpted torso down here. Got a cell phone, a little voice changer. Can't really see it, but I'll show you in just a second. But you have the diorama back here with the light up torch on the wall. The sculpting on this is all sculpted by Paul. This diorama has amazing detail, and you can't beat it. The wood door in the background with this thing's pretty unique. I absolutely love it. It's a big, bulky dio. And the figure is by David Tucker over ceecreations. Trying to think of who made the outfit. Super Mad Toys did the outfit and the mask. And what David did is he took the outfit and the mask and put it on a new body that was more heavy duty, and basically built the figure with the outfit from Super Mad Toys. And this thing's amazing. I love Scream. And this is a really cool setup. I absolutely love this. Absolutely amazing detail. And if you look over here, you can't really see it, but you look down there, Paul actually added the Ghostface face down there in resin. Amazing detail on that. Just a unique setup. You got a noose over there. Really, really good detail. I absolutely love this. Big fan of Scream. Really excited for the new one now that they got Matthew Lillard, Scott Foley. I mean, this thing's going to be incredible. That I think the movie should be good. Better than most people. Like, there were some people doubting it, but I was always someone who was excited to see Scream 7. So I love the franchise as a whole. I don't think there's any bad Scream movies in my opinion. I love them all. And really excited for the new one. Down here, we have an RZH2. These are two figures I've had in my collection for a while. But this is, like I said, there'd be a couple in here that have been featured here before, so I'm going to go over them briefly. We have an RZH2 Dream Sequence Myers. Outfit is by Davey Tucker by over at ceecreations. Same with the axe. The build on this is absolutely phenomenal. The head sculpt is by One's Customs. Amazing detail on this. I absolutely love that. The weathering on this is great. It's like he was out in the rain and like at the end, he's walking outside the hospital and the rain's pouring on him. Amazing work on this. The blood work is phenomenal. And I got a little photo of him holding another one of those photos of young Michael and Boo. And yeah, the weathering on this, I believe, was done by Daniel Terzo over at Galactables. But the outfit itself was tailored by David Tucker, if I remember correctly, and the head sculpt is by Ones, if I'm getting that correctly. But yeah, and then over here we have the a sideshow Pretty Woman Leatherface. Got a One's Customs head right here on a Texas head sculpt stand by Texas shaped head sculpt stand by Paul Manzi. One's Customs did the head sculpt on this. This is a concept Pretty Woman mask, more weathered, and just like the makeup's kind of falling off from the heat and stuff like that. And yeah, overall, the figure on this is pretty simple. You have the figure is just it's just basically sideshow Pretty Woman Leatherface, nothing else to it. Except Paul Manzi repainted the Pretty Woman head sculpt on this and added his own little touch to it. So the mask has been completely repainted by Paul, and I absolutely like that. I love it. I think he did a better job. The paintwork was okay before, but I think Paul really made it pop. Once again, just want to go over these briefly because I've gone over these many times before. So we're going to move on. Over here, we have the Trilogy. The David Gordon Green Trilogy of Myers figures. So we have over here the 2018. In the middle, we have Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Down here, we got some extra heads. This is a more battle damage Halloween Kills mask, as if the mask was more melted and stuff like that in the film. Like I said, it's a concept, but it's more gnarly looking, I guess you could say. Over here, we have a concept 2018 head. Not too accurate, but good piece to good head sculpt to have. A real metal hammer right here, and with a real wood handle and metal head to it. This one is wood handle and a kind of a sculpted head to it. Got a cell phone right there. Got the alternate hand right here with all the fingers on it. Because you'll notice over here on the 2018 we have the fingers missing. Overall, this is a 2018 figure. The head sculpt on this is very accurate to the film. I love the new Halloween Trilogy. Not my favorite. It had its issues, but I do like the version of Myers in those films. I thought they were really good. That's 2018 sculpt. The clothing on this is by David Tucker over at ceecreations. And yeah, did an amazing job on this. David did a great job. The hands are amazingly detailed. Look at that. You got the blood coming through the veins. Blown off finger right there. Great detail there. Once again, the body on the 2018 is by David Tucker over at ceecreations, and head sculpt is by One's Customs. Yeah. Great detail on that. In the middle, we have the Halloween Kills. The head sculpt is by One's Customs. And let's pull this forward a little bit. Move this out of the way. So over here, we have the head sculpt by One's Customs. Very, very screen accurate head sculpt. Absolutely amazing. I love this. The figure on this is 100% built by Paul Manzi. Once again, over at Stretch Labs. Paul did this whole body. He did the whole figure. He built the entire thing. The knife is by Ones and the head sculpt by Ones. Everything else on this Halloween Kills is by Paul Manzi, and I absolutely love this. It's incredible. Paul did an amazing job. Got the bandages around the hand. Great detail there. Overall, amazing piece. Very bulky, and Paul killed it. I mean, he doesn't normally do figures, but I'm telling you, he should do a lot more because he does an amazing job. As for this Halloween Ends, we have the head sculpt by One's Customs. And once again, on this, we have the knife by One's Customs, and everything else on this is by Paul Manzi. Paul also built this Halloween Ends figure, and it is amazing. The detail on this. He did all the weathering to the mold and the outfit, everything, the tailoring, and yeah. So the kills is by Paul Manzi and One's Customs. Same with the ends, and the 2018 is by David Tucker, head sculpt by Ones. All the head sculpts are by Ones. All the knives are by Ones. And yeah, except for the bodies are a little different. And these two, I cannot say enough good things about. I mean, Paul killed these for not doing figures as often as he does. I mean, this shows he should do figures more often because they're fucking incredible. Pardon my language, but damn. And then over here, the 2018, David also killed it on this 2018. Yeah, overall amazing setup. Had to have all three. Got to have the evolution of the trilogy, you know. Moving on down, we have the Thomas Hewitt. One full figure by One's Customs. The base and diorama over here is also by One's Customs. There's a whole setup by One's Customs. Except for those two little blood vials up there, those are by Paul Manzi. But yeah, got a little poster back there with all Leatherfaces on it. Every one of these head sculpts is by Ones. The Kemper sculpt. Got different versions right here. Got the Screaming sculpt. Got a normal sculpt like that where he's just kind of got his teeth grinding a little bit. Yeah, the base is all by Ones, as I said. Amazing, amazing work. Look at that. Get the blood sculpted in the bucket. This is a sledgehammer with a real wood handle and metal head to it. Got the chain up there. Got a meat cleaver. The cleaver and the sledgehammer are by Chris Yeast. And the figure on this is fucking phenomenal. So actually, I shouldn't say that. It's not a full figure by Ones. The head sculpt on it is by Ones, and so is the apron. Everything else on this figure is by Paul Manzi once again. Paul Manzi assembled this, so I made a mistake. Paul Manzi assembled this entire figure. So shout out to him for that. Once again, he built this entire figure. The fat suit underneath, he did the chainsaw. Paul also did the weathering on the apron. The only thing that Paul did not do on this was the head sculpt and the apron. Everything else on this figure is done by Paul Manzi. And once again, this shows he should do more figures because he nailed this. The build is absolutely incredible. I love this. Look at the detail on that. A closer look. The weathering on the chainsaw is amazing. Got some smoke coming out of the chainsaw. The leather gauntlets, the weathering on the clothing. Paul absolutely killed this thing. I mean, look at that sculpt. So this sculpt by Ones is menacing as hell. Absolutely incredible. The detail on this is phenomenal. I've always wanted the 2003 Leatherface in my collection. I think Paul and Ones really brought this to life for me, and I absolutely love it. So huge shout out to them. And one more look over there. The detail on this is incredible. Sculpt one more time. Can't say enough good things. Paul killed it on this figure, and the head sculpts are amazing by Ones, as always. Moving on down. We have two figures right here. We have a diorama. This is supposed to be like a house, like Laurie's house in Halloween, kind of like a concept. Got a poster, got a little picture in the frame back here of Laurie and her friends. You can't really see it, but it's there. Yeah, there you go. And Laurie and her friends walking down the street in the photo. Calendar over there with the 31st circled up. And you have a diorama, once again, by Paul Manzi. Paul did a very simple dio here, but it actually really adds a lot to the pieces, and I absolutely love it. And then we have a wood table back there with the H1 pumpkin. Yeah, amazing detail. Look at the door on this. Amazing, like I said, it's a simple dial, but really adds a lot to the piece. We have a 78 Myers and an H2 Warlock. So the 78 Myers is a sideshow body with a, I think it's a Furgo knife, holding a sideshow cut-off phone. And yeah, look at the detail on that. And the head sculpt is by One's Customs. One's absolutely nailed this head. Look at that. The build on this figure is very good. So I thought Sideshow did a really good job on the coveralls and everything. It just needed a new head and a new knife. And I think the Furgo knife and the One's head really bring it together. Love him in this pose holding the phone. And then over here we have an H2 Warlock. This is a figure by David Tucker over at ceecreations. The outfit is, like I said, the whole body's by David Tucker. Amazing detail there. Got some bullet holes, some blood work, amazing weathering. Got the green t-shirt under there, just like in the film. The hands are very well weathered. We've got the scalpel in his hand. The boots have real laces and everything on them. Amazing detail. David did a great job tailoring this outfit. And the head sculpt, once again, is by One's Customs. Amazing, amazing work. One's absolutely nailed this head sculpt. I love the H2 look. I gotta say, I love the original Halloween 2. I really love the Myers in that. Some people said some people I've heard have said he's a little too robotic in that. Very few people have said that I've heard, but I always thought he was like almost. I like the unstoppable part of him in that, where he was just like walking through doors like they were nothing. Amazing work on this. So that's by 78 Myers, MH2 Warlock. Yeah, amazing detail. And then we got one more final figure down here. We have the Halloween H2O figure. The base over here is by One's Customs. Amazing work there. Got the sidewalk, some leaves, some kind of fake grass. It's not sculpted, but it's fake grass added to it. So it has a texture to it. Some leaves and stuff on there. This figure, once again, is 100% built by Paul Manzio for Distress Labs. I'm telling you, he should do more figures. Paul, if you're listening, do more figures. You do a great job. You have the head sculpt, which is of course by One's Customs. The head sculpt on this is by One's Customs. Amazing detail there. Hair work is very spot on to the film. Very simple, but I mean this is the best H2O sculpt I've seen, and I think One's did a killer job. The body on this is all done by Paul Manzi. Amazing detail. The build is very accurate. The clothing is spot on. I mean the coveralls are spot on. The look of them. The knife, I'm not sure if you did the knife, but it's pretty cool. You got the boots with the real laces on this. This figure's also got a lot of weight to it. I'm not sure how Paul built it, but it's very well put together. It's a very sturdy figure, and I love Halloween H2O, so very unique piece. But yeah, look at that from the ground up one more time. Halloween H2O. Absolutely amazing. I love this figure. This whole collection has changed quite a bit from my last video, in case you haven't noticed. And yeah, so we're going to go on up now. Okay, so that was my collection update for 2025 now. I know I teased this a while back. I wanted to get it out as soon as possible, and sorry, I didn't get it out sooner. I had to wait on a few more pieces to get in, like I said, but now that I have them, I was able to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed this collection update. Have a good weekend, and thanks for watching.